I'm going to share with you a story that my sister shared with me. And names were changed, or names are changed. A friend of mine was concerned for her son Peter because he had had frequent headaches for a couple weeks. Jane and her husband felt they were stress related. They were disrupting Peter's daily activities and his sleep. Jane asked us to pray for him. My sister has a special place in her heart for Peter. He's autistic and has a truly remarkable memory for sports stats. I'm sure he can recite the players and the plays from a particular game in 1965. It reminds my sister so much of her grandson, so it really touches her heart. 2 days after Jane's prayer request, Pam had a sudden urge to pray for Peter. Then she opened her devotion. The title was A Cheerful Heart, and the prayer focus, those with stress-induced ailments, as the Lord is her witness, she writes. It was written by Emily in Idaho. She writes, I began noticing a distinct link between the condition of my heart and the condition of my physical body. When I was stressed, I got headaches. When I was frustrated, my neck and shoulders ached. Reading Proverbs 17:22, a cheerful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones. I began spending time with God each morning, listing things for which I was grateful. I was blown away by the devotion and immediately sent it to Jane, telling her that I believed it was meant to share. Since she responded with thanks so much for praying for Peter, I told her about my own experience. In early January, my sister felt very stressed and anxious. Then she remembered a book that she had read by a Christian quantum physicist. She explained that anxiety and thankfulness originate from the same neuroplexus in the brain. Let me repeat that. Anxiety and thankfulness originate from the same neuroplexus in the brain. Therefore, only one emotion can be transmitted. So she decided to test that for herself. So each morning, as soon as she sat down with her coffee to spend time with the Lord, she would focus on yesterday and remember something that she was grateful for. And then she'd write it down. At first it seemed kind of cliche, like a New Year's resolution. In other words, silly. But after just a few days, she noticed a much lighter heart. She now has 4 months of thank you notes to the Lord. And it's made her realize that God created our brain with that purpose in mind. The same neuroplexus. One good, one bad. Anxiety, thankfulness. And only one can be transmitted at a time. God created our brain with that. So Jane texted back to my sister that she was excited to hear that and would definitely share that story with Peter. In fact, she was going to start incorporating that into their process, their daily devotion. My sister saw both Jane and Peter 2 weeks later. Peter had a very genuine smile lighting up his face, and Jane said that the headaches were almost gone. Thank you, Lord. He hears our prayers. Peace.